All right. You ready, everyone? You ready, John John? Woo! You ready? Right. I don't know. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Keepers Club podcast. So, this virtual gathering that you see before you on your Zoom or YouTube screen allows us to have this great privilege to hold a podcast hosted by Keepers Club, a club that aims to keep young people like us away from negative activities such as smoking, doing drugs, and to really help guide and encourage, uplift young adults like us who are tuning in, especially those who might be going through things like depression, anxiety, loneliness, and feeling lost in life. And we have the privilege to have keepers that are willing to share their experiences on staying healthy, happy, and motivated. Because at the end of the day, that's really the goal of this club. For keepers to share with others as one would do with their very own brother or sister. And just like the club slogan, I am my brother's keeper, we will do whatever it takes to share the love that we experience individually and as a group. And we'd love to also thank the founding president of Keepers Club International, who is none other than Pastor Apollo C. Kibuloy, for this opportunity to be a part of the Keepers Club International here in the United States of America, as well as this great privilege and entrustment to have a Keepers Club inspired podcast. So without further ado, let us greet all the keepers that have joined us today, and may we all see your beautiful faces and greet your fellow keepers by saying, I am my brother's keeper. So, how is everyone today?
Good.
Good. How are you, Sean? John? Keeper Vince, Anthony, Kendra, Josh. Wow. But yes. How's everyone doing? How are you, John? How's your day? Since you have your video on, John. Wow.
Feeling blessed.
Blessed? Wow, that's a nice word. But yes, anyone else? Is anyone there? We love to, hope it's not just the John and Calvin show, But hope everyone's day is going well. Keeper Sean, Keeper Vince, Keeper Anthony, Keeper Kendra, Keeper Josh. And, we thank you for joining, so we hope you are just as excited as we are, and especially all the keepers who hopefully are tuning in, right? So, with that being said, let us begin with our program. So, here we go. And yes, alrighty. So, here we go. And yes, here. So, of course, as tradition, this podcast is rated everyone. So for our disclaimer, we just want to remind everyone that to please kindly avoid cursing, sharing anything traumatic, of course, and as well as to please prevent from saying anything that goes against our slogan, I am my brother's keeper. So hope everyone is okay with that. And thumbs up, of course. The millions of things you could have done today. You chose to join this podcast. So, why not have fun while we're at it, right? So yes, so let's continue. And once again, how's your day? How's everyone feeling? Would anyone like to share? We want to hear from anyone, who if you're there, So, yeah. But yes. Anyone, would you like to share?
What I did today is that I made some pretty cool music, and also Clay Calvin, you're kind of oh, there we go.
Yes, there we go. What were you saying, by the way, Sean?
I made some pretty cool music that I'm proud of.
Oh. Are you going to maybe give us a sneak peek or show us later in the podcast, Keeper Sean?
Maybe later. I can't really show it because my computer don't show audio.
Okay, but hope it's still okay if KCP Productions quiz it for everyone a little later on. You know, kindly let me know if that's all right. But goalkeeper Sean, string bean smartphone Sean. Wow, and how about anyone else? Goalkeeper Anthony, good. Everyone else is feeling all right.
I'm all right. Keeper Cal.
Yes, goalkeeper Josh. Nice hearing you. Nice hearing you, Josh. Wow. All right. Anyone else? Or hope your day is treating you well too. Ate Kendra, Kuya Vince, Kuya John. So, alrighty. But yes. So once again, just wanna make sure everyone's good before we begin our program. So once again, the Keepers Club podcast, and this episode we have tonight, is episode 47 called Through the Fire. Through the Fire. Right? And for anyone that joined 2 weeks ago, we actually did one about mental health, you know? So that was actually episode 46. But Through the Fire is going to be like a part 2 version of it. Right? So like mental health part 2, Through the Fire. So for anyone who might need, a reminder, yours truly can use a reminder as well, but especially those who have never heard of Keepers Club International before, who are tuning in through maybe YouTube or Facebook, found us through Facebook, right? So a little Keepers Club history we just want to share is that Keepers Club International, or you can think of the acronym as KCI, was first founded by Pastor Apollo Beloy. He's not only a president, but he's also not only our president of Keepers Club, but also he is a pastor. And this club was first established in June 1986 in Davao City, Philippines. Since then, KCI spread all over the globe, gaining thousands of keepers worldwide. And we'd have jam sessions, outings, constructed small group sharings and discussions. And KCI is not only in the Philippines, but in other countries like in the United States of America, Canada, United Kingdom, Italy, Belgium, Spain, Ukraine, United Arab Emirates, Singapore, Malaysia, Japan, and many more. So you might have a Keepers Club there in your respective country, continent, state, etc. Right? And we encourage you to jump in, to join, reach out to them. And once again, this program specifically, though, is called the Keepers Club Podcast, in case you didn't catch that. And we are a podcast to help guide, encourage, and uplift the youth. We do this through Zoom, as you can see, where we host our official podcast. On YouTube is where we post our full episodes. See all the performances, all the awesome keepers that have joined, all the topics that relate to the struggles of being youth. And on Facebook is where we post our group photos at the end, right? We do this every Tuesday, 4 p.m. Pacific time, 6 p.m. Central time, 7 p.m. Eastern time. Today we started a little early, so thank you for everyone's understanding, patience, and, being like a masters of change, you can think of it. And the reason we do so is because I am my brother's keeper. That we will really do whatever it takes to share the love that we experience, individually, as a group. And this is our way of giving back to, not only Keepers Club, but also the keepers that really need a club like this. So we were once keeper that was invited, and, we're glad to still be here. Really keeping it going. And we hope to gather, bond, and share with keepers all over the United States. So our experience, all of our topics relate once again to the struggles of being a youth. And it truly is a privilege to talk to keepers all over the US. Sometimes it's like the only time we get to see one another every week, and it's very humbling. It's very humbling, to really, to share once again, that brotherhoodness, sisterhoodness, belongingness that we felt in Keepers Club. So this is our way, once again, of what we could do, for a good hour or two, just once a week, in giving back, and, to really treat the keepers like a brother or sister. So with that being said, would any keeper like to share a little of their experience, or, just to share some words, before we officially move on with our discussion, or anything you're like almost dying to share, for our program? Anyone? Or will we have to call on you? But at least one or two people, please. Hmm. How about John John? Since you have your, are you willing to share John John? Since you and me have our video. Maybe Gab can answer too. Would you like to share though, John John? If not, it's okay. But go, John John. Anything or like, why did you join the podcast? You know? Or how about you, Keeper Gab? How are you, by the way, Gabs?
Hello. Hi. Good afternoon.
Good PM. But yes, Gab, we are actually trying to get someone to answer or share their experience, but not even their experience, to just share a few words before we officially start with our episode today, like with our discussion, you know?
Oh, okay. I see. Okay.
Go,
So
Gab.
welcome to all the newcomers, although I guess none of us are newcomers, but to the viewers of the podcast, hello and welcome to the Keepers Club podcast. And my experience here is, I think I always say this every podcast, but yeah, it's always been a great and positive experience here. Always learning new things, always making new relationships and new bonds with people. And yeah, it's almost been a year, and it's the Keepers Club podcast is still going strong. So more love to it.
Ah, very nice. More power. Fighting, right? So, yes, you know, we love your mindset too. You know, still going strong. We're still here, right? We could have been banned or sued, or, you know, people could not have kept it going, you can say, right? But, you know, all because of Keepers Club, we're still here. Oh, yes. Anyone else, by the way, would you like to share? Maybe Keeper Kendra, or calling Keeper John once again, or any other keepers, even if you don't have your video. All right. How about Keeper Calvin? Oh, that's me. I think really quick for me, right? Since it's summer, since people are going out of school or like are on summer break now, if you have nothing to do on Tuesday, why not join the podcast, right? So, why not? Is if you ask me, you know, you get to see the keepers, get to even share your talent, maybe learn a thing or two, and you know, we don't even have to use gasoline or money or fly just to gather, right? Just one click and we're able to join. So, wow. What a nice episode so far, if you ask me. But let us move on, and thank you to everyone who has shared. We encourage more participation a little later on. But in the meantime, let us move on, shall we? So, for our icebreakers, we have hot potato, what's in the box, and would you rather. And quick side note, kindly prepare if anyone's trying to perform either right after this or a little later on. But hot potato, right? So, for example, explain this. All right, so it's gonna be like this. We've done it also in like the first episodes. The hot potato, right? It will be like this. You get anything and then throw it, and then the other person you call has to pretend to catch something too, right? So it'll be like numbers. So we encourage everyone to have their video on for this to work. But for example, can you try it with me, John John? So like have something, right? And this one we'll do like letters. So I'll say C, because my name's Calvin, right? So C, and then I'll pass it to John John. So John John, boom, and then catch it, John John. Oh, there you go. And then say another letter, John John. Go, John John.
Hey.
Hey, great. Okay, now pass it to someone else with the video. How about Kuya Gab? Pass it to your Kuya Gab.
Oh.
Oh, go
Oh
Gab.
wow. Letter N for this chicken nugget. And I guess I'll throw it to who should I throw it to? Keeper Calvin.
Maybe Auntie Kendra. Are you there, Keeper Kendra?
Keeper Kendra,
Nice hair, by the way.
catch my chicken nugget.
Go, Kendra. Calling Keeper Kendra. All right. No, wait, Gab, pass it to me. Oh, no, wait, no, it's Kendra. Go,
Oh,
Kendra.
there she is. I threw a chicken nugget. I hope it's
Any
arriving in
letter?
New York.
Any letter?
Oh my gosh, it's Sean
Yeah.
too.
Hey, you got to catch it, though. Hey, Sean.
What's the letter? Um. Oh. Let me see what letter.
Kendra, you literally have like 23 letters to choose from.
I'll do K then.
Word. Can you pass it to anyone else with the video?
Sean.
Oh, go, Sean.
You.
Y'all gotta catch something. Boy. There you go. Wait, who are you gonna call, Sean? Me.
You.
Word.
Okay.
Letter is X. And I'll pass it to anyone else? With a video? Okay, well. That was fun, right? It kind of works with like more people. Or but other than that, you know. All right. So next one being is what's in the box, right? So if you don't have a box, just hide it from the screen, right? But this is like show us your stuff, and it's like feel free to lie. So I could say like, okay, in this box is like a comb. In this case, I'm telling the truth. But if I say in this box is a ton of PS2 games, then it's a lie, right? So feel free to try it out. Let me get mine, but does anyone want to go first? Like what's in the box?
Wait, so how is there like do we have to win or something?
Which one? Also, it's like you can try to tell the truth or a lie, and then people have to guess if you're telling the truth or lie. So it's like a
Okay.
play on, you know.
I'll go first. Okay.
Yeah, go.
In this box is Wendy's packet from I know it's a honey mustard packet from Wendy's.
So I believe the Wendy's, but maybe you got like barbecue or
Does anyone
sweet
think
and sour.
it's a lie or it's true?
I say lie. What about y'all though? Let me get mine, by the way.
I think it's true.
Lie.
Lie? Okay, should I reveal it now or? Okay, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's honey mustard. Pairs well with anything. This is probably my second favorite sauce, dipping sauce. So I'll let anyone second person go.
Thanks for carrying, Gab. By the way, wait, Gab, was it honey mustard?
Yeah.
Nice one, Vince. All right. Anyone else want to go? By the way. Oh, you goes back. All right. I'll go, but I expect another keeper to go. This first time doing what's in the box. Oh, you want to go, Sean? Go, Sean.
All right. In the box, I either have a top hat, a fedora, or a bow tie.
So you're saying pretty much you have all three, or you don't?
It's kind of like two truths, one lie. Or
Okay, remix.
two lies, actually.
It's so. I want to say it's
I believe-
truth.
I believe you have only a bow tie.
I believe you only have a fedora. What? People kindly get in your guesses in? And go, Sean. Oh. Is that a top hat? Yeehaw hat.
Yeehaw hat.
Yeehaw. Wow. So was that truth? Lie?
I mean, it kind of looks like a fedora, but it's also a yeehaw hat. So I guess you were right.
One. Go,
Cowboy hat.
Sean. Yeehaw. Okay. Nice one, Sean. Wow. Wait, were you saying something by the way, John? Go, John.
Okay. What's
you wanna go?
inside of
Yeah, go crazy.
my box contains a tablet, mayonnaise, cucumbers.
I think the truth is iPad.
Nah, he said a tablet.
Oh, tablet.
I think it might be tablet too, because he looks like
I-
that type of kid. I don't think he'd hold a cucumber on him.
Want to say cucumbers. Also, what Vince said. But yes, kind of get your guesses in. Also, keeper Kendra or or keeper Anthony. But go, John. Which one was it, by the way?
The answer is lie.
Oh, what was it then?
Inside, cotton balls.
Oh, okay. Go, John. All right. Nice one, John. Oi. I'll do an example. We found this on YouTube, right? And I don't think I explained it as correctly. But I get it though, right? I get why you guys. Okay. So, pretty much like we're in this box, right? I'm gonna say something and it would be a truth or a lie, but the rule is I have to be as detailed as possible, right? So for example, in this box, there's lots of turtles. There's green ones, blue ones, pink, red, green, pink. Some have a crown, a pirate hat. Some are swimming, and then some are very athletic. Like they play soccer, they play basketball. And they were all $2 each. So is that a truth or a lie?
True.
So
True.
this
Lie.
might be a lie.
I think you're
Lie.
telling the truth.
Telling the truth. There's 2 for 2. But yes, it is actually the truth. And then I got him at a claw machine. Yeah, so yes, sir. So
Got
anyone
a
else?
basketball one.
Like everything in there.
All right, who's next? By the way,
I think Vince should go.
oh, go Vince. Call in Vince. Even if you can't show your video. Go
Sure.
Vince.
I'll just do this with my mic. So, in my box, I have a chicken nugget stacked on top of a bread, and an AirPod on top of the bread. So, give your answers.
So
I
I
think bread.
assume. Saying something, Gab?
I think it's true.
I feel like y'all got Wendy's together. So like that part to me is like true. But the AirPods I'll say true. True.
Okay,
How about
you
you?
guys are right. It's true.
John.
Lie.
Lie. What was it by the way, Vince?
It was true.
Oh.
Okay, can I go one more time?
Yeah, sure. And
Okay.
go Vince not eating the AirPods.
In my box, I have a Wendy's bag with chicken nuggets, French fries, and a sauce of honey mustard. Oh, so yeah, that's in my box. So y'all guess if it's true or false.
True.
Someone analyze this before I try to And we welcome Angelo. True? Does anyone else think a lie? Like me? True. You know, I want to say lie because a Wendy's 4 for 4 comes with, right, chicken nuggets, fries, a drink, and then like an entree, right? So, assuming that you didn't eat the entree already,
There's no
to say-
entree.
Don't like
It's just
burgers in
like
it?
no, it's just like that you have to pay for more for that. Like the nuggets are 10 piece.
Oh, the nuggets was not. Oh yeah. Wait, so was it a true or lie?
It was a lie. They're not Wendy's. It's Tyson. They're frozen.
Tyson chicken?
Oh,
Tyson?
the Tyson
Yeah.
chicken nuggets. I like
Yeah.
those.
Go
Yeah.
Gab with the Tyson kitty meal. Woo. And also welcome Angelo. That's good though, Gab. Wow, it was like more healthier, right, Tyson?
I guess. It tastes pretty good for frozen chicken nuggets.
Frozen.
Yeah, that's cool. You know how to cook.
I made some
Oh, yeah.
myself. They're pretty crunchy.
Oy. Anyone want to do one? Ate Kendra, Kuya Angelo, we're doing guess what's in the box. Anyone? Okay. Anyone? No? All right, well, that was fun, right? So we're trying to evolve or have more podcast icebreakers, right? But the next one being is show us your talents. So, or actually, yeah, get ready for that. You want to do would you rather or just show us your talent? Anyone dying to perform right now? Anyone? Would you rather? Okay. For example, 1 second. Okay. 1 or 2, right? Easy as that. 1 or 2. So, would you rather do virtual or in person?
Virtual.
Virtual.
Yeah, feel free to shout it out or 1 or 2.
Wait, it depends. What event?
Wait, don't overthink it. Go crazy, you know? Or follow your heart, right? Follow your heart. 8, right? Go, Vince. All right, ready. Would you rather read notes or play by ear? All our fellow musicians, talented keepers here know what we're talking about. Hopefully, right? 1, 2. How about would you rather would you rather be the driver or be the passenger?
Driver.
You drive, John? 1, 2, 1. Oh, Sean, you drive. Would you rather pay with a card or pay with cash?
Card.
You know, card, John. Eat snacks or eat a whole meal? Or like snacks or a meal, you know?
Meal.
All right. Attend a party with the dress code being formal or casual? Appreciate the participation too in the chat. All right, how about shower in the morning or at night? Sleep late and wake up early or sleep early and wake up late?
Wake up
late
early.
and wake up early or sleep early and wake up late? I feel like there's only one answer, right? Unless you like just chilling, you know? Okay. Overcome no matter what life throws at you or give up when the going gets tough. All right. It's good to show there's no people giving up, right? So we asked that because that relates to our topic, right? But before we officially dive into our topic, is there anyone that would like to show us your talents? We will also do this now and also before we officially end. But is anyone willing to perform or share us a video or their music, you know, whether acoustic, live, or whether pre-recorded? Any takers? Anyone? Sean, you want to show now? Okay. Oh, by the way, I'm willing to perform. You want to go after me, or you want to be first one?
After.
Okay. Anyone want to perform though? Okay. Word on the street is we're showing like original music. So like I was inspired to show some original music. And here we go. So let me do something really quick. Hope everyone's enjoying the episode, by the way, though. And I will do this. Can you guys hear me? Okay. Or wait. How about now? Test. Okay.
Can hear you.
So this one is called you'll see what it's called. Well, this one's called the Keepers Club Podcast. All right. So okay, ready? Keepers Club Podcast. We're happy to be here. Thank you for coming. And Keepers Club International too. Today, let's all have a great time full of Thanksgiving for this supple team. Everyone is looking great, and we are all so excited to talk about the struggles of being a youth. Keepers, Missouri, and Nashville, and LA, and New York. Let's all have a great episode. Here at the Keepers Club Podcast. I and my brothers keepers. All right, let's move on.
Wow,
Let's
amazing.
share a note. Woohoo! Can we show your performance, Keeper Sean? Alrighty.
Oh yeah, your webcam is kind of blurry. Actually, it's really blurry.
Oh, were you saying something, Sean?
Your camera, I can't tell if it's like the top or it's just the background, but it's kind of blurry.
Yeah. True. 1 sec while I plug in the charger. But you want to say anything before we officially show your performance, Keeper Sean?
I think you have to share the screen when on the
Okay.
video.
And anything before we show it, like you want to speak about it, or maybe a little after? Hold up.
All right, so it's not a performance, but it's a video like through like a file I made. It's kind of inspired off of Japanese chord progressions, aka the Odo Shinko, which means royal road. Royal road. You can tell where like the inspiration's from. It's off a lot of like Japanese styled songs, and I've already showed this to a few other people like Gab and Eric. They know. So, and I also of course had to show it to Kuya Calvin because you know who he is, the super Japanese guy. But yeah,
Yes. So let's once again give it up for Keeper Sean. Woo! All right. I am excited. Let's go, Sean. And here we go. Go, Sean.
That took me like 7 hours to make.
Wow, go Sean! Woo! Sean, that was awesome. Wow. But yeah, let's give it up for keeper Sean. Who knew you can make music? Wow. But word on the street is we can find more about Sean on his YouTube channel. Did you want me to like click it by the way, Sean? Or
Nah, you good. You don't have to click on
are
it.
you sure? But yes, I remember you messaged me about it. Like feel free to check out Pulsar's YouTube. And yes, that was some originality. Or like, you know, that was like originality. So goalkeeper Sean. And 7 hours, you said? My gosh. But yes.
That was also my first song I've ever made in general. So
Sean, you could be like a music producer. For real though, like for real. Was that like for fun by the way, or like school?
that was for fun.
Wow.
I don't have no like summer school. I don't have music school.
Go Sean. So go. Keeper Sean's string bean smartphone. Wow. And thank you for sharing. Yeah, that was awesome. You know, so we encourage other keepers to show off your talent, your God-given gifts. And with that being said, any other keeper before we move on with our discussion, feel free to, anyone, any takers. Or also you could be a performance later on. Anyone? Keeper Gab, Vince, Anthony, AC, or Kendra? AC's connecting. Anyone? All right. Okay, once again, we'll have another opportunity later on. But nice one once again. Thank you to everyone who performed, that will perform. And then let us move on, shall we? So let's put in some tunes. And let us do this. So hope you enjoy those icebreakers and they'll show us your talent. We'll try to do more and more diverse icebreakers, by the way. But for our official topic today, it is called Through the Fire, right? Episode 47, Through the Fire. So, some definitions you want to go over are the words trials and the word overcome. So, a trial, or trials for plural, is a challenge or obstacle in life that is used to test an individual's faith and ability to overcome. Also, the word overcome, to succeed in dealing with a problem or difficulty, or to get the better of in a struggle or a conflict. Right? You know, so it really is like a part 2 version because, you know, not only a lot of young people like us, whether, you know, you're in your mid-20s, whether you're in your less than 10, whether in your teens, right? A struggle, you know, once again, not only depression, anxiety, but it's also a sense of feeling lost, right? You know, not knowing who you are, not knowing what you want to be, what you want out of life, what life is all about, you know? So that's why we're very happy to talk about something like this. Truly is an opportunity, you know, to talk about something we don't get to talk about in school. And we're not saying that we know it all. We're not saying that, you know, we're not going to tell you what the real purpose of life is, but these are just some things that we learned through Keepers Club, you know, and you can take it or leave it, but, you know, we want to do our part to share, you know, because we really are grateful to Keepers Club International for sharing all of this to us, right? So mental health, right? Mental health includes one's emotional, psychological, and social well-being that affects how we think, feel, and act at every stage of life, from childhood and adolescence to adulthood. You know, once we said, no matter what age, the things you experience can really affect you, you know, in your growing stages of life, and also the success or struggles to work, right? Mental health includes this. You know, it can really make or break the success or the failures, the obstacles that you encounter when doing things like, you know, working, school, a schedule, relationships, socializing, even maintaining hygiene. Right? You wouldn't even think about that, but you know, the people who, you hear stories of people who are going through things like this. They don't see like a purpose in life, right? They don't want to take care of themselves. They don't bother to shower. They don't bother to brush their teeth. They don't bother to really take care of themselves because they don't see what's the point of, being healthy to live another day, right? So also mental health, our cognition, our perception, behavior, as it is possible to manage these conditions. We said possible, not impossible, but possible to overcome, to overcome challenges, to lead a meaningful life, productive life, to succeed in dealing with these challenges, meaningful and productive life. So for episode 47, our official question being, how is mental health seen as today? What makes young people like us feel anxiety, depression, or feeling lost? And how can keepers do our part to go through the fire no matter what life throws at us? So, right. We also have, some quotes later, but we wanna. I already copy and pasted this. How is mental health seen as today? What makes young people like us feel things like this: anxiety, depression, feeling lost, maybe loneliness, maybe panic attacks, and how can keepers go through the fire no matter what life throws at us? So very nice, no? So we're very glad that we're able to talk about this. And it is like, it could be, depending on how you see it, a very like touchy subject. So with that being said, feel free to share, of course, what you feel comfortable with. You don't have to tell us everything, but we just encourage you, to really open up. Even if you want to share the things that you've gone through, or maybe you can really be a blessing toward other keepers who have gone through this, or especially who are going through this, things like, depression, anxiety at the moment. So with that being said, would anyone like to open the floor to start it off, to jump in? I'm willing to share, of course, too, but we'd love to hear you all in sharing your answer, reflection, story, experiences. Roshan being proud of it, by the way. And yes, is anyone willing to share? Unless you want me to, but of course, we'd love to hear from other people.
I just saw John's question in the chat, and I think that's what you rewrote. So I'm gonna answer each question. So the first one, how is mental health seen as today? So what I can say to that is, well, where we are right now, we have many brothers and sisters here right now that can help us with our challenges and our, what we are going through right now, like depression or anxiety. So I'm proud to say that we have our keeper Calvin, our keeper Gab here, our keeper Vince, and especially keeper Anthony too, that we can talk to and have a conversation with our own problems. And the other question, what makes young people like us feel anxiety, depression, or feeling lost? There are many key contributions to having this type of feeling, and it can come into account, such as experiencing something traumatic, or experiencing like maybe just anything in general that goes against what you think the world is. How can keepers do our part to go through the fire no matter what life throws at us? This one can be there's many ways you can combat this, like, anxiety and depression. You can, of course, what I said earlier, talk with our fellow keepers here in this chat, with any of our friends, our family, or maybe even, seek a therapist if like the problems can be quite difficult to tackle. But we are really strong here. We are really, you know, we can overcome these challenges and obstacles in our way. And I feel that we are all here together to, if like, anyone or any problem here. My mind went blank there, but you know, thank you. Keep it coming.
Yes. Go Keeper Sean.
And for one thing, don't thank me. You know who to thank? It's Keepers Club and the president, of course. And just know we are thankful as well that we have Keeper Sean to talk to as well, and to share your reflections. So thank you for being the first one to share, Keeper Sean. And I love what you said too. You're very right, go Keeper Sean. Regarding therapists, or you have keepers here you can talk to. You have like not only keepers but brothers and sisters, right? So you ever having a bad day or you feel the need to reach out, to one of us or your fellow keepers, and wherever you are, don't be afraid to. Sometimes you just need a listening ear or someone to cheer you on. So anyone else would you like to share to answer any of the questions or to add on, elaborate what Keeper Sean was saying?
I can go.
Go Gabs.
Okay, so we talked about this last topic, but I just like to say that yeah, mental health like nowadays is more taken seriously by people, and I feel like now people are more open about it and talking about it. And I feel like what causes so much people to have mental issues, or like their mental health is like going down, is because certain situations. It could be bullying, and like for example, kids can go through bullying or traumatic experiences, or other stuff like that, negative things that can really impact someone's life. And I feel like keepers, what keepers can do, like when they go through that, when they're facing like mental issues, is to talk to people that can help them, whether it be your friends, family, or even a professional, because you can't get through anything by yourself. You always need help. And always, sometimes the problem is like what you least expect it to be. For example, maybe it's the internet. Maybe it's the internet that's causing your mental health to go down, because when you're on the internet, all you see is bullying. People are bullying you, or something like that. And sometimes you just gotta step back and try to achieve peace, like go for a walk or something, or do something fun, something that makes you happy. So yeah, I'll let someone else go now.
Yes, thank you, Gab. And thank you, Gab, too. I'm glad too. It's like I remember you saying along those same lines as well last episode, so thank you, Gab, for jumping in. And anyone else would love to hear everyone at least once, especially if you've been here, right? The podcast, since we first started the episode, even. So anyone else? Thank you once again, Sean, Gab. But how about Keeper Kendra or Keeper John John? Since you have your video on, go John John, go Ate Kendra. Anyone? Would you like to agree or disagree?
I kind of agree with what Gab said, because um before mental wasn't really a thing. It's like oh, you're crazy, just go to the mental hospital. But now it's like, if you have a problem, just mostly the preciousness of the internet, like how people look at you or whatever. Like you just like take a walk or just just take your eyes off your like take your eyes off your phone. Just take a walk, take a deep breath, and just make yourself happy. Like do something happy for yourself. Don't pay attention to like the internet or whatever. Just take a walk or like do something happy for yourself. Not just because if you do something happy for yourself, your problems just go away. You just forget about like all the negativity in your life. Just take a deep breath and walk or do something happy.
Wow, go Keeper Kendra. Yes, thank you for sharing, Keeper Kendra. Nice. Love your earrings, by the way. And yes, once again, go Kendra. Anyone else you'd like to add on? Share. Come on, John, how about you? Like, especially at a young age, John. Like, what's your impression on, the word or the term mental health? Or, if you ever have any stories of like your friends or people who go through things like this? Or what would be your advice? How you continue to go through the fire.
I have dealt with bullying before, and so I've gone through that. Here's my advice to all the people who are going through the same process, like bullying. Is you have to overcome it.
Wow. So go John, being open, being vulnerable, you didn't have to share that with us, but I'm glad you did, right? And you can say too, John, that like that I like to think, or at least all of us in this podcast, or everyone has been bullied at one point, right? So I'm glad you're sharing that, John, because it's right, seeing someone as young as you, like why would anyone pick on John, right? So just know if we were there, John, we would we would back you up, John, and if we ever see someone bullying you. But just know too that my point is you're living proof that you've overcome it because you're still here, right? Go John.
You have to
And-
overcome it by love.
Ah, what do you mean by that, John?
You have to show love with all your neighbors.
Oh,
Your neighbors. Love your
But-
enemy.
oh, even loving like your neighbors, or loving your enemies.
Right.
But how do you do that, John? Like, what if they keep making fun of you, or what if they keep stealing your lunch money, or keep talking bad about you to everyone in school? How are you gonna love them? How did
Ignore
you
them.
do it, for example? You don't have to be specific or share a lot, but when you say love your neighbors, love your enemies, especially even a bully, we love to hear what you mean. Go student president.
Just ignore them if they hate you. If they still hate you.
What else, Johns?
And you still have to overcome it.
Yeah, but John, you're very right? But why overcome it? Why not just give up? Why not just keep crying or keep letting them pick on you, right? What if I was getting bullied? Why is it wrong to just, to just check out, or to, to just keep feeling like I'm worthless?
If you give up, then you lose.
Hmm.
You have to be strong.
How, John? How can keepers be strong, whether they're mid-20s or whether they're 5, 10, 15, 55, 45?
Fruit of the
Regards-
spirit.
Oh, yes, fruits of the spirit. That's another topic we talked about too. Do you know the fruits of the spirit, John? For example, love,
Love, kindness,
kindness,
goodness,
goodness, meekness,
faith.
faith.
Can't remember the other one.
No, you're good. Wow. John, that's so nice though. Not only as like a kuya, seeing you share your reflection, your experience, but you even know fruits of the spirit. And fruits of the spirit, for anyone who doesn't know, it's biblical. It really is. Just like John saying, loving your neighbors, loving your enemies, even when it's hard to. Of course, it's going to be hard, but you just force yourself to be filled with love, be filled of joy, peace, long suffering, gentleness, goodness, meekness, temperance,
Meekness.
faith. Right? Yes, meekness. Yes, John. And then you could say amen to that, right? Oh, wow, that was nice, John. But yes, anyone else? Would you like to add on or share what, something similar to John, or share any, advice or answer any of the questions? Anyone, especially? Oh, yes.
Yeah,
Who's that?
I think I'll answer some
Vince?
of the questions. The first one, how is mental health seen as today? And I think it's seen as a sensitive topic. You don't really hear many people talk about it, but we should start changing. We should start changing that. Talking about our mental health will truly not improve ourselves but others around us. And what not. And the second question, what makes young people like us feel anxiety, depression, or feeling lost? I think it's just their surroundings. If you surround yourself with the wrong people, to negative things and negative thoughts, it'll implant a seed in you, and it'll come out in your actions. And we even we saw that like last year. Like almost every day there was like a school shooting, different countries, different states here in United States. And for the third question, how can keepers do our part to go through the fire no matter what? I think we should just keep motivating ourselves, by reflecting on ourselves, because at the end of the fire, at the end of the finish line, we would be able to find out that we've gotten stronger by going through the fire, because the fire probably strengthens us, that we come back as a better first person. So we shouldn't be afraid, facing our fires, facing trials, because at the end of the day, it'll only like improve us, it'll only benefit us, it'll purify us. So yeah, that's
Wow. Yes, Vince. Thank you, Vince. Even if we don't get to see your video, you're always sharing, so we're very grateful for that. Go, Vince. So, go, Vince. And anyone else you'd like to add on? All right, let me add. Trying to tie in, everything we've said. I'll give an example also, since we're John gave an example. I want to give an example, right? And then a fire, you can say it's like a trial, right? So something I want to share, something that all of us can understand, right? So one of the fires I had recently, like maybe last week or something or 2 weeks ago, is word on the street is someone said or thinks that the podcast is repetitive, right? And I was like, repetitive, right? So think about it. When I hear that, it kind of hit me, right? Kind of hurts, but regardless of feelings or whatever, there comes a freedom of choice, right? I can be defensive. I can point fingers. I can blame people. I can come up with excuses or really say like, oh, like look at all the things I have to do, like any of that stuff. Or I can really listen. I can really be like, okay, the problem is the podcast is repetitive, right? So how to improve it? Maybe I have to look inward. Is it something that I'm doing wrong, or is it something that I'm not doing, right? So even though there's a lot that comes into the podcast, there's always room to level up. Maybe change it up a bit, maybe to add more energy, maybe to invite more, so right, for example, that's why last thing for me for now is instead of being like pointing fingers, how come, oh, it's because of them, because of him or her that there's not as many keepers. What about myself? Am I inviting, and am I trying to grow the podcast, or am I really striving for excellence? Another topic we talk about, right? So it really is an opportunity, to grow, not only for me but for all of us. And then talking, how I can improve as just a host, you know um also too, it's like really taking it seriously, because it really is a privilege to have the podcast. The privilege, imagine if we didn't have it every week or every other 2 weeks, so it's I really should, cherish it, and do better, and not get offended, not give up, not get burned by the fire, but truly, the more fire the better, because people want to see you improve. There's always room to improve, right? And there's always a way to make the podcast more and more better each episode, right? So that being said, I'm glad I got to share that, or at least reflect a bit. But anyone else, would you like to add on or answer the questions? Maybe share your fire, or maybe you agree to disagree. Anyone? How about you, Sean? Or Anthony? If you're still there, if you're available, or AC, you like to jump in? Or
Yeah,
again, you mean?
we'd love to hear everyone's response.
Has everyone shared? How about Anthony?
I don't
So
think
we're
AC.
talking about what we can do to improve, right?
Oh, up to you. That
Oh,
was
okay.
for me. But
So
yeah, go Sean.
I'd like to try and add on that, uh I'm in band in my school, and through this like school year of 8th grade, I've had well, not much complaints, but like some ways to like make myself better, to like self-improve. And ways I've did that, they've sometimes they said it's too loud, maybe the timing's off a little bit, maybe you can go back and check your music. Sometimes I've taken that to offense, because accentuating pride at times. What? I thought I was good at this. I thought I was, not to like be super mean. I thought it was better than everyone else here. But that was me at the beginning of the year. But now I'm more humbled in person, and I see that to others, we're all growing as one, and we're all in like this sense of unity to all try to help improve everyone else at once. And we're all trying to take constructive criticism to be better, to get more good at what we're trying to achieve. So yeah.
Wow.
Thank you, Keeper
Nice one,
Calvin.
Sean.
And thank you, Keeper Sean. But yes, it's nice, no? Really, seeing not only like specific stories or experience like fires that people are going through and being even willing to share it, or not only seeing them reflect but also learning from it too. It's such a blessing. We're able to put aside our pride, right? And to really have the goal of being like-minded, right? So nice one, Sean. Go Sean from band. And yes. So, anyone else? Even if you want to go twice or thrice or before it gets too late, right? Or if you like to talk about another take on it. Anything, John? Not only bullying, or if you just want to share your 2 cents? Or at the Kendra? Okay. Well, the thing about it too is, through the fire, like mental health. I remember last episode, it's easy for like a host to say, just be happy, right? Or just like, just don't be sad, bro, right? But when you actually go through it, it's kind of it's a different story, right? It's easier said than done, so but truly, at the end of the day, you can't, you can't point fingers, you can't blame your past, you can't blame who raised you, you can't point blame, anything like that. It's a lot of times it's just up to you. You're the only one who can push yourself to do better or to really be accountable too. Like just like I was saying last episode, if you're feeling down, you're feeling sad, you're feeling depressed, everyone goes through that, right? Everyone. But what helps is doing your part. Are you taking care of yourself? Are you looking forward to things? Are you taking care of what you need to? It's also like feeling stuff like that, like depression, like anxiety. To some people that's like a luxury. A luxury meaning like people are working or they're doing what they have to do. They don't have time to think about being sad. They just got to do what they have to do, right? Easier said than done. But my point is, at the end of the day, sometimes it's a freedom of choice. It really is a freedom of choice to be like, you know what, maybe this is not something in my brain, or maybe it is, maybe it's not, but all I know is I'm gonna do my best. I'm not gonna bother the people around me, and I'm gonna just be strong. I'm gonna take care of myself, whether it being physically, mentally, spiritually, right? And I remember, last time I said something that really struck with me, not only personally, right, but spiritually. Sometimes you look to your left and right. You look your left and right, and like, oh, can I find this peace, this love, this happiness from my friends, from the internet, from my parents, from games, from vices, smoking, from pornography, stuff like that, right? Whatever young people like us do, but my point is, instead of looking left, right, sometimes just look up, right? Looking up, you can't go wrong looking up to the one who created us, the one who's always watching over us, the one who always loves us, and the one who, whose love is always there. Because we talked about the different types of love, and a lot of times those love will fail us. It could be, love from a relationship, a pretty girl, handsome boy, or it could be from your best friends. But for some reason, those end up failing one day, even with your family. But a love that never fails you, and you can take it from, your Kuya Calvin or from any keepers here, a love that will never fail you is the love from above, the love from the man upstairs, the love of God, right? So that's what I wanted to
add on? And any final thoughts before we officially close? Hello, keepers. You like to add on or jump in or elaborate or oh, violent reactions or any other final words?
Can I say something real quick? 'Cause I'm
Yes,
like on
go
the move.
on. Nice hearing you.
Um, there's a song called "Unfinished" by Mandisa, and there's the lyrics of the song says I'm still unfinished, meaning we're all going through something, and you know we're going through something, but it's not the final final creation, because for us you can think of us as a vase, a pottery vase, your master or our Lord, um, our God is molding us into something that is pleasing to Him. But sometimes when a potter messes up, there's gonna be some imperfections. That's kind of like us. We're gonna have some imperfections, but the Almighty Father will continue to work on us until we are perfect in His sight. So it's not up to us to determine when we're gonna be better, when we're gonna be perfect, but it's only the Almighty Father. So we can't really rush, the process. So we're going through all of the difficulties through the fire, which is also necessary for us to grow, be mature in the physical, and of course the spiritual sense. So, like the song said, I'm still unfinished, meaning we're still gonna go through things, imperfections, remolding, remaking into the perfect image or the perfect person that the Almighty Father wants us to be. But we can't rush it because it's in His perfect timing. So, my advice for those who are going through their fires, it's part of the process. So just hold on because it's not done yet. You're not done yet. So that's all I have to say.
Wow, nice hearing you, Anthony. Glad you're safe, by the way. And God bless. Oh. Feel free to correct me if I said that wrong, but go, Anthony. And thank you for sharing. Anyone else? Final thoughts? We have some quotes too to talk about if anyone wants to reflect. But anyone? I'm glad Anthony mentioned the song because if anyone who's ever played Guitar Hero, one of the last songs, Through the Fire and Flames, right? Like Through the Fire. And then even the lyrics, I looked it up. Like I had to look it up. And then like today, and it said, we feel the pain of a lifetime lost in 1,000 days. Through the fire and the flames, we carry on. We carry on. Like Anthony was saying, we all go through things. But just go through it. Take day by day. Don't be too hard on yourself. Oh, through the fire. Would you like to elaborate too, Keeper Sean, as I show what else we have in stores for our presentation? Or like what that song means to you, Oh, it's an old song. Oh, you're right. Joseph Larson too. All right. But this one, especially for those who, didn't talk as much as we like to, we would love for you to explain any of these. Do you guys see the quotes, by the way?
Yes.
Yes. Would anyone be so kind enough to share what some of these mean to you? And keep a note, the quote is by our beloved president, Pastor Policy Tibuloy. So who'd like to share like what these quotes mean to you and why do you think we included them? Why they relate to Through the Fire? Anyone? As I enlarge these? Not all at once. Appreciate the excitement, but anyone you like to jump in?
I can go. Although
Okay.
I don't think it can it's just kind of a noisy background, but so these quotes are by our president, Pat or Apollo Kibuloy. And I really like them because example, the first one, don't hate the fire, go through it and overcome. And just like the example earlier that Keeper Anthony said, the fire is the thing that is molding us. The fire can be a certain situation in your life that may be a problem, but just know that God doesn't give you problems that you can't handle. And so, if you may be going through like a depression or anxiety, addiction, or like problems at home, you know, as long as you stay strong to yourself and you don't give up or you don't lose yourself, and then after that everything will be fine because the fire is what makes us stronger.
Nice one, Gab. Go, Gab. Tying it all together. Yes. Let's have some more. Anyone, especially, these quotes. Would anyone like to read it and maybe share what it means to you? About Ate Kendra, Kuya John John? Would you be so kind maybe to share? Like, what does it mean? Especially, if we never heard this before, it's like, what's fire? Or what's loyalty? What's purifies? You can do it though, John John. Ate Kendra. Woo. All right, come on, guys. You guys know these quotes though, right? You know what it means. We'd love to hear you though. Would like to jump in before we officially come to an end? Oh, go, John John. Oh, which you like to? Which
Are
one,
we
John John?
answering what the quotes mean?
Yes.
All right, so to some, the quotes in a metaphorical sense mean that, what you go through, what you are supposed to overcome, what you could say trials and testings are, in your general sense, what your fire could be is what you may despise in some, but have to go through in order to learn, in order to have a general experience, to have, well, in in what some would say, a broad understanding of how life will be. So that fire that you go through uh could either be, discipline, could be chastisement, or could be, you know, your elders or parents or, someone older than you or with more experience than you that have gone through the fire could like say, oh, you're doing this wrong, or this, what you're doing right now is not right, which in your case may seem kind of, what would you say? Like, what could you say about that? Like, it could sound annoying to you because you want to do this thing, but your elders told you not to, which in their case they're right. Like, you could be saying very vulgar words or offensive slang, which you
Hmm.
are, maybe ingrained in your normal vocabulary. But when they tell you that you're not supposed to do that, that's their discipline. That means they love you. That means they care for you and want you to become a better person in life in general. So when they do that, they're looking out for you, and you have to take that and and put it as your mindset. Oh, they told me not to say this word, so I shouldn't say that word no more, or I shouldn't do this no more. Like any bad actions you have to take from what your elders tell you, and take that sense to your mindset and especially to your heart, so you never do that again. Thank you, Keeper Calvin.
Thank you, Keeper Sean, as well. So nice, Sean. It really is, once again, really nice, getting like hearing like what you're thinking, and like how Keepers Club has really been a blessing to you, to all of us, right? So anyone else though regarding these quotes?
These quotes mean you have you have to deal with the fire and
Yes, sir.
overcome it because our motto is our pastor
Mhm. Yes. Would you like to explain one, John? Or that was nice though. Go, John.
you have to overcome it all. To just be humble. Humble yourself.
Yes, sir. Wow. Go, John. And I know for last thing for me regarding this quote, or what I want to say about the quotes, love the fire, and then the fire should not deter your loyalty, right? You should always be loyal. You should always love one another, right? Don't let anyone take away from your loyalty, from your reward, right? And just like Gab said, I believe, the more fire, the more gold, right? No matter how much fire you put in a gold, it will always remain as gold. So if in a spiritual sense, are we like that? Or are we burned right away? Are we made of wood, stubble, hay? Or are we trying to be diamond, gold, precious stone, right? So freedom of choice,
You
and
have to try. You have to be tried by the fire. No exceptions.
amen. Wow, go John, right? And a lot of times too, just remember what you teach, remember what you pray, remember what you share. Sometimes you just have to be like, okay, oh, this is a fire, this is a trial, this is a challenge of life. Am I gonna go through it, or am I gonna give up? Am I gonna go be burned because of the pressure, because I just don't want to do it, right? So that's what we're saying. Go all the keepers, for jumping in, for sharing. Any last thoughts?
That's why whenever we pray, always strengthen our freedom of choice.
Wow. Yes, John. Always, right? Not because of anyone else, but our, only us can really make sure in doing so. So nice one for everyone jumping in. And what else we got? How was this episode? Any questions, comments, concerns, or violent reaction?
Are we having another show us your talent?
Did someone say show us your talent?
Hold up, I gotta get my iPad. My computer doesn't share audio.
Oh,
I'm working on something right now.
okay. Wait, are you gonna show it right now?
Yeah, it's just a preview. I haven't added the drums or it's just the piano right now. So
Okay. Wait, so how should we do it? Do
Uh,
you want me to share screen, or
no, it's I'm working on it in my garage band, like my music app
where?
right now. So it's not on like I can't really share it.
Oh, wait. So are you gonna share it or
It's just
next
like
time or?
I'll share it next time when it's finished. But
Oh,
I'll show
okay.
you
So
right
you're
now like what it's right now. I'll
okay.
show you the finished product after next week.
Okay.
Or I'll
Well,
just show
we
you
are
like what I have in progress right now.
all right.
So
But
how do I check the code?
which one?
The code. I'm trying to get my iPad to like show you the video and the audio.
Cool.
The meeting ID. I mean.
Oh, I can send it to
Okay, I
you.
got it.
I know. Shadow, she told me. How do we? I know that's first time though. Two performances.
Is
Unless the no, unless hold up. You need the ID, meeting ID.
Yeah, the meeting ID.
Okay, hold up. But anyone else, by the way, while I'm sending the ID to Shrink Bean Sean. 9. Anyone? I sent it to you, by the way. Wow, go Anthony. Oh, looking good. You trying to perform, by the way, keep her ants. Oh, let me know, by the way, Sean.
same.
You trying to
Hold up.
perform, John?
No.
Oh, Sean.
No, I'm just getting the thing down.
Okay. All good. But in the meantime, let us know when you're ready. But I also want to do this. Maybe we'll just see what else we have. Or actually, let us know when
Recording
you're
in
ready.
progress.
My bad.
You good.
Okay. I
Ooh.
What is that? Oh,
Make sure you don't talk because the audio might repeat over and over again.
Okay.
I don't know.
Unless turn your volume off on one of them, so there's no echo.
yeah.
Let me know when you're ready, Sean. Wow, nice Mac.
Big Mac.
But make sure one of them is there you go. So is that.
Step.
Go, Sean.
Jen.
It's echoing.
Go, Sean.
How do I share? My bad. I don't know how to.
Oh, Sean. Well, you can do it. We just appreciate a warning beforehand, What we heard like a few seconds of it.
I really wonder how I can do this without it echoing over and over again.
Oh, yeah, you're right. How about show us next week?
Wait, I
Or
think
in
do what he's. I'm gonna try what Vince said
Vince?
and leave the meeting on the Mac real quick.
Okay. Let me share what else we have in the let me know when you're officially ready. But we just want to make sure we close. But shout outs once again to
All right, I'm about to play it again.
Oh. Okay, go Sean.
I can only hear a bit. Can't hear.
Wow, go Sean! Woo! Future keyboardist, FL Studio producer. Wow.
I wish I played keyboard though. I don't. I'm just. I guess
I mean, honestly though, Sean, like if you like how keeper Anthony, keeper Gab, keeper who else, right? AC, John. If you like how we play piano, Sean, you could play piano.
I
You
don't.
could do it on the computer.
I just move notes around.
Not, but you do got like theory, Sean. So go future keyboardist, Sean. Woo. Yeah, we could barely hear it, but we could hear it. Maybe we'll figure out like a much better
I'll
way
make a
to
video next
play it
week
next
for-
time. Yeah.
Hey,
No, Sean, that was nice though. Like we can't even comprehend what the heck you're doing, Go, Sean. Woo. So
I will add extra stuff. Like it's not all the way finished.
but
All right, that's it.
Go, Sean, performing twice in a podcast. Any others? Show us your talent before we end.
Super Calvin.
That's me.
I want to show a video, but it's on an app. I
Uh-huh.
don't have a for it.
You want me to share screen?
Huh? Can hello. I'm gonna share you the link if I can get a link real quick. But it's just real quick.
Okay.
Hello. Share. Okay, it's sending right now. It's not the best.
Hmm.
Okay, hold on.
Alrighty. Well, yeah.
Did you see it?
I do. Just feel free. Oh wow. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna do this.
It's not really.
Let's give it up for Keeper Anthony. Woo! Am I able to full screen this? No.
I don't know. I don't know.
All right, let's give it up for Anthony.
I don't know if I played it before, but
just remember there'll be brighter days. You know the stars can shine without the dark. A fire can catch without a spark. Like sunshine makes for a little rain. Beauty begins right after the pain. So count your rainbows. Oh, 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 so count your rainbows. Oh, 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 so count your rainbows.
Wow.
Oh.
I like your ukulele.
Nice one, Tom. Sorry if there was no audio in the beginning, but count your rainbows. Wow. Yes. and I like your singing. I don't like your ukulele, to be honest. I love your ukulele, by the way, Anthony. Nice one, Sean. But yes, just future reference, everyone. Kindly send me stuff, in advance. But nice one, Sean, Anthony. And any last minute before we officially close? Okay. All right. So here we go. Once again, shout outs to the keepers, new faces, Keepers Club International, president of Keepers Club, Pastor of Policy Kipaloy, and any others. Shout out once again. I just want to shout out once again to everyone, all the keepers that joined, everyone who shared, who performed, who came back, who could have been done doing anything, but they chose to join the podcast. Regards to you as well, if you're tuning in from in the US or all over the country, the world. So lots of love to you. And with that being said, any other shout outs? Also, shout out to Keeper Anthony. Being an instrument inspired me to, level up a podcast. Right. So, anyone else? Shout out to John and Mama John for letting us use your Zoom account. Shout out to John wearing a suit today and also last week when we canceled. Shout out to Adi Kendra. Always showing your video. Keeper Sean, producer. Keeper Gas. AC
Shout
Josh.
out to my friends.
Oh, shout out to John friends. Anyone else?
Shout out to
Everyone.
Pulsar YT.
Ah,
Yeah,
Your
your YouTube channel.
check out more of Sean's music. But that being said, any others? None? Anyone? All right. But
Being clean.
oh, may we all have a group
Have a group
photo.
photo. Yes.
So, kindly turn on your videos. Let's take a group photo, and then we can have a great rest of the night, rest of the day. Whoa, let's take a group photo. Gab, Josh, AC, Vince. Nice middle part, by the way. Hey, Vince. Wait, 3, 2, 1. Let's do K4.
Keeper.
3.
I gotta
Two,
take a picture.
one.
I gotta take a picture on my phone.
I can send it to you now. Keep smiling. Oh my gosh, I'm not recording. All right, my bad. I'll just screenshot it and then I'll. Butch, boy. Once again, we are the Keepers Club Podcast, a podcast to help guide, encourage, uplift young adults like us who are tuning in, especially those who might be going through things like depression, loneliness, anxieties, even loneliness, right?
Suicidal thoughts.
Thank you once again, founding president, Keepers Club, Pastor Policy Kipaloy, for this opportunity to be a part of Keepers Club International, as well as entrustment to have a Keepers Club inspired podcast. And thank you to all the keepers that have joined us today, like Keeper, Kendra, John, Anthony, Vince, Josh, Gabe, Sean, Angelo, and as well as you, the viewer. Yes, you. How we recommend that you reach out to your Keepers Club International in your area. You never know. There might be a Keepers Club that you didn't know even existed in your respective state, continent, country. And we have no doubt that they will welcome you with open arms as they did with us as well. With that being said, hope to see everyone for our next episode 48. And don't forget, I am my brother's keeper. Woo! Have a great day, everyone. Thank you so much for joining.
Bye.
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 Bye, guys.
What do we do?
Thank you, our keeper Calvin. We will leave now.
Yeah.
Sean's iPad, cool. AC, woohoo! Woo!